Wednesday, guys. I got another exercise for you today. So today we're gonna go over the heel tap. This targets a lot of quad strength, glute strength, lateral hip strength, as well as your lumbosacral complex, which is your lower back and sacrum. And all of those have been shown over and over in research to be super important for runners. And so a lot of you know my passion is the lateral hip muscles, just because I think it's so beneficial for runners or any athlete that does running as part of their sport, because throughout the day, you know, we're moving forward, we're not getting a lot of lateral movement. So the side of our hips tend to get pretty weak, and what happens to accentuate is you get this collapsing at your knee, and you can see it's putting a lot of extra pressure at your knee, causing your foot to collapse in, as well as putting extra stress on your IT band on the side. So this one's gonna help with that. So all you need is a step. So it doesn't have to necessarily be this high. It can be just a normal step that you would see in like a stairwell or any kind of curve outside, just anything with a little bit of elevation to it. So you're gonna stand on one side of the step with your, in my case, right foot hanging off, and you're gonna bring that right leg down towards the ground, watching that this knee does not collapse in as you're going down. So keep it over about your second toe, come down, and then come back up. And I don't care if this leg actually touches the ground, it's just lowering it as far as you can that you can get back up. A couple things to look out for with this one is you wanna try to keep your hips square. So as you come down, you don't wanna get this leaning that your hip comes, you know, down. You want to try to keep them pretty square. Like I said before, watching that this knee doesn't collapse in, and also maintaining an upright posture. So as you come down, don't start to really lean forward to get further. Keep that chest up, shoulders back, and it's just down as far as you can get back up. So to make it a little easier, just don't go down quite as far, and then work on going down further to make it a little more difficult. What you can also do, another variation of this, is if you're seeing to the side here, slowly lower yourself all the way to the ground. Again, upright posture, watching that knee doesn't collapse in, hips are square. Lower yourself all the way to the ground, and then push back up, okay, if you want to work through that range of motion a bit more. And this would be a good one if you have any type of limitation in the range of motion in your ankle, because the deeper you get down, the more range of motion you have to have at that ankle and dorsiflexion, or where your toes are coming back towards you. One other variation I like to do with runners and athletes that I work with is you come down to, let's say this is as far down as I can go, and then you just hang out here. So similar to like a wall sit, but now we're doing it with one leg, and just holding it there. So you're gonna get a lot of strength benefits from that. And that's actually another reason I like this exercise, is because you are on one leg. And as we talked about before, running is a series of single leg hops. So I want to get you super stable on one leg, and this exercise does that with the single leg component. So if you're just starting to do this exercise, I would start with 2 sets of 8 to 10, work up to maybe 2 sets of 12, and then progressing to 3 sets of 12. After that, I would work on getting lower, or being able to lower yourself more with a deeper box. And then adding weights to it, or switching up, whether you're holding it, whether you're slowly lowering your leg down and then pushing back up, and those things will make it more difficult also. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you next week.